What's up guys, and welcome to another video. And today we've got Sem Mao for Guild War. Alright, let's start with this one. Okay, this one I can show you why Leo is generally not a good idea for Guild Wars, okay? So as in like Guild Wars defense. So I'm gonna run Megan here. I'll run this Lucian. And we'll run Zyros as a lead, just for the extra damage, and just because he'll do well. He can at least reset the stat if she's not on will. But otherwise, like the opposing Lucian should die, right? It's just the opposing Leo might live, and therefore, hopefully at least. Oops, that was a bad misclick. Alright, at least Zyros will be there to finish off the Leo, right? And I can leave the second team as is. This is the team that I would normally use against Orion, Fio, Jasun. So we can do that. This week we're not rushing, so should be more Guild War videos this week, okay? So here Megan will get hit. She's on will, doesn't get pushed back, and she's on Nemesis, so she'll get attack bar, right? So any attack bar buffer can do this, right? So you don't have to use Megan. If you have a Bastet, you can use her as well. I mean, Megan's easier to get, obviously, than Bastet. But yeah, you can also do like like Orion will work too. Any attack bar booster that you know will hit her, right? So if you, let's say you could do like double fire and like say Kabila as an example, right? Not that you, I wouldn't really recommend it because I think ideally you want to bring Lucian here, right? But as an example, like if there was like units that Lucian can't really kill, then you could do that with you know, like 2 fire units and a non-fire unit, right? Because then the non-fire unit will get hit by Leo. So now here Ant Magic probably will kill everyone. Okay, not the Bastet, but she's pretty much dead. Like, I mean, Bastet by herself isn't really going to do anything, right? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Alright, I lost the Will Rune on my Phil Mars, which is unfortunate, but luckily he didn't armor break my Phil Mars. I had some bad luck during Rush, like the Rush stream. I used this team a lot, right, against this team, and the opposing Phil Mars kept you know, being really, it was like really smart, remove the Will Rune and defense break the same target. Usually it was on my own Field Mars, so but more often than not it'll work. Sometimes you'll get bad RNG. That's the strong point about Orion, the Orion team, is that it's pretty hard to foolproof it without specific monsters. As an example, you could use like Megan, Charlotte, Lucian. That would work too, if the Megan's fast enough. But I guess they would, or maybe it might depend on whether they have Will Runes. But that's a common team that I usually see that people use against this one. Okay, let's do a +2. Let's do this one. Okay, I think again we can try test out the RNG of, you know, these Orions. And this second team, I'm gonna do this team. There is a Molly there, which is annoying, but hopefully the Perna isn't on Will, I guess. Or maybe he'll move first, but I don't think he'll move first because my Zyros and stuff. My Zyros is pretty fast, and so is Galleon. Even though I'm not using the speed lead, but worst case scenario, hopefully my Perna can at least tank my Medic can at least tank the Perna. Wish I had a Perna to tank, but anyway, let's do this. Let's try. I guess the other alternative is I could have used Aquila, but I think it's safer to run to run the Ep90. I think I actually hit the wrong target. I was supposed to go for Phil Mars, but I could probably just one-shot this Orion then. Yeah, that was a misclick, but it's okay. So, but now I give his Phil Mars more time to, to screw me over, right? So don't do that. Don't learn from me in terms of that. Luckily, his Phil Mars is, I don't think as fast as mine, so I got it. I got the extra turn before he got his turn. I'm gonna poke the Jasun. Never mind. Cause yeah, the Fallen Blossom was coming. I should have Fallen Blossom to heal Filmar's back up. And we'll keep working on that Filmar's. I still have attack buff already. Oh, barely, but cool, I can finish it off. Oh my god. She puts glancing on every time. If she fails to use it, she'll violent proc and then apply it. Pretty annoying. But it's over, come on, just die. She's getting a lot of turns. And just like delaying the inevitable. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Okay, oh. Okay, there is one good thing in that Galleon his Galleon moved first, and therefore my Zyros didn't get armor broken. So therefore, his Perna will still go for Ep90. Right, I'm gonna do this, but I'm not using Fiery Breath yet. I'm gonna save it for a bit. Alright. And I should get the next turn before the Perna moves, and therefore I can armor break. Now I can reset, right? Unfortunately, he didn't get reset, but he's still gonna hit Ep90, and Ep90 can take a lot of punishment. So I can just keep working on this Perna. He'll die eventually, right? Because there's no more armor break, so Zyros won't get. Oh, he won't switch to Zyros, but the Molly will threaten to kill Zyros. But there should be too much damage for her to, to go through. So she'll take a lot more than watching a dish out, obviously. Well, obviously, right? And she won't have enough time to finish off my guy. Okay, how about this second tower? Okay, we can try. Okay, we can do the same thing as the first tower, just to show it again. So here I'm gonna make his Leo hit my Megan, right? And I'm gonna bring Poseidon, cause actually no, I'm just gonna bring Zyros. I can bring Poseidon or actually no, I can't bring Poseidon. Okay, sorry, my bad. I just like blanked out there because of the element. So I could bring like a wind nuker, but I don't really have any good wind nukers. So I guess I can use this guy, but it doesn't really help me that much. No, I'm gonna just do that, and the second team will do Delphi Copper. Alright, so we'll see how. I've actually upgraded my Copper a little bit. I actually gave him some flat defense, and it boosted his damage. It didn't replace anything important. It just replaced like flat HP or flat attack or something like that. So you gain a little bit out of that. And I saw him recently hit for 57k. So yeah, that's a new record for me. That 57k, that was without Delphi lead as well. So I think with Delphi lead, he should be well over 60k now. Although he's got shield runes, so I can't really test it that closely. I can estimate because I don't know how many shield runes he has, but we'll see. 59k with shield runes. That's pretty good. So I'm unsure whether it's 1 or 2 sets. It'll be obviously at least 1 set. It's slow. If it's 2 sets, I think it's pretty unlikely. I think 1 set's pretty realistic because then it'll be about what 61k, a little bit over 61k. So that's like probably his new top end damage now with Delphi. I mean, it's still pretty overkill because I don't really need it on against Huadam anymore. I mean, it was already killing all Huadams before this, right? But it's nice to see bigger numbers. Let's reset the Chasun so she doesn't delay us anymore. Okay, and kill this guy. Oh, I just need another turn, and then I can here we go. I can test the copper damage now. Alright, let's see, times 1. Yep, 61k, so it was like 1 shield set. Okay. Okay, that's all my swords, and that only took about 10 minutes or so. So let's do some. I got 10 wings, alright, so I'm gonna clear some arena. I'll do 9 wings because I got a rival there, but I don't really want to do rival. So let's refresh. And we'll actually, we can do a full list clear, and that way I still have wings for like a wing for that last one. Well, we'll see like what the defenses are like. All right, resistance lead and Huadam. All right, so we can actually just double illusion this, right? To get up, we can bypass this resistance lead because we don't want to get defense break, resisted. And if he's on will runes, I don't want to risk having to buff strip on resistance, and because it's Lucian, it's Huadam. Lucian is very strong. It's against Huadam because you're cleaving everyone. So if he's big, like if Huadam's health is going down as well, then he's not gonna heal. I think he'll heal the first round, but not the second round, right? And once he's low enough, everyone will pretty much die. Right, so usually I use double illusion against Huadam teams. Depending on what else is with Huadam, obviously. Oops, I probably should have used the buff removal skill. We can just single target this down. She won't survive, even through glancing. Okay, what's this? Resistance lead again. Alright, so it's a battle of whose Bernard is faster. Let's do this. See, this is a very heavy wind water team, right? This is perfect for illusions. Well, basically non-fire. There's like no fire whatsoever. And nothing tanky enough to survive double illusion either. Like, if it was a retouch with a win HP lead, you probably think you probably think twice. Unless that's the only thing that will survive. If it's the only thing that will survive, then you probably just double illusion it. This one you can double illusion actually, but I'm gonna do something different. Let's do this one, right? Yeah, let's try this one. I don't use this comp very often. But if he's on will runes, it's good to have. Yeah, it was a good catch there because if I do Peace Armor Bernard, Chloe won't move first, but if they're on will runes, then it's pretty awkward for my usual comp. And in Conqueror, I don't really know too much like who's got will runes and who doesn't. In Guardian, I know because I hit them a lot, right? Or I hit the same similar people most weeks, and therefore you get used to the defenses, right? But in Conqueror, I don't hit these guys very often, so I don't know who's got will runes, who doesn't. So we'll just do like a semi-safe team, I guess. Push back this one. Even though it's like pretty heavy water, it doesn't matter too much with Zyros because they're not tanky water units, right? If they, oh my god, it's Fuel Mars. If it was things like Camilla, maybe Praha, depending on what else she's with, I would probably think twice about using Zyros. Okay, this one's got a speed lead though, so let's do speed lead Orion. I think safest usually would be to use speed lead, and here I'm going to use a Lucian here instead of the. Wait, hang on. Bernard, Megan, Pisama. Okay, let's try this. So sometimes with speed lead Orion, I can actually do what do you call it? Just Bernard, right? But I don't know how fast the Orion is, and with 24% speed lead, that's quite a lot of speed still. It's what with on an Orion, it'll be a bit above 25, right? In terms of like speed. So if I'm confident that my Bernard is 25 speed faster than the Orion, then yeah, I might do it. I might just like YOLO Bernard. Because Orion, they're a lot of them are ruined very differently, right? Some will go like super fast, like they put their best speed runes on it, like similar to say a like having instead of putting all your best runes on Bernard for Swift, you put it on Orion to make it like 280, 290 speed, and then you add that to a speed lead, and most Bernards won't be able to outspeed that. So this one I was a bit fortunate that he has no will runes, but even if he has will, like I don't think most of these units will have will runes, right? Like I think the only unit that might have will runes on this team would be Fuel Mars. Typically speaking, like the chances, like the odds are in your favor. This is very rare that anyone uses like a Will Veramos or a Will Bernard and Chasun. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm one of the only people that use the Chasun on sorry, will runes on Chasun. But I do that because of Guild Wars offense. Most people don't use it because she's better on other stuff in terms of multi-purpose. Nemesis is a bit better multi-purpose. Now this team, I have to make sure I outspeed this segment, right? I don't know how fast this segment is. Some people do Despair on her, in which case she'll be pretty slow, like 200 speed. But some people put her on a Swift, and she could be like 270 plus. So here I'm just gonna do reset team, I guess. Like, pretty good chance there's will runes here, but there's not much threat anyway. So even if he doesn't die, like it'll just delay me a bit. So here, let's it's good to reset the Eladriel at least. Eladriel and Chasun, so there's less healing going on. Although he did resist pretty. He resisted everything, I think. I didn't look at the segment, but that's okay. There's not much threat here, so we'll just push back that one. All right, we can go for that, and I think you just pretty much auto from here. Because Justin's already used Fallen Blossom. One thing with I think that was a Violent. Was a Violent on the segment. I actually don't like Violent on segment. Like that's if you're gonna put a set on her, that's one of the last ones I would put on her. Okay, this one's I just matched Speed Lead with Speed Lead, and again it's gonna depend on whether his Bernard's faster, but I don't think it is. Because it's Conqueror, right? And also because it's a level 35 Bernard. I mean, it could be a bait. Some people might just put like a level 35 Bernard just to make you think he's noob. But chances are he's probably just not progressed enough, like that, you know, to like really care about having a 30, sorry, a level 40 Bernard. One thing is, like, just to keep in mind, it's good to have a lot of different options for your arena offense, right? I'm gonna try this team. This is another team that I build. This is for teams where there's no speed, there's no speed lead and there's no attack bar booster. But yeah, it's good to have a lot of different options for AO. That way you can hit, you know, as many people as possible. But you probably want to like focus your best runes on your, you know, best monsters. But generally speaking, you should try to be a bit flexible, because there's different counters to different units, right? For example, the arena team, if I can find one, I'll show you. But actually, so at the moment, I've been using a lot of cleave comps. Let me see what's the last guy running. Doesn't really help me. Okay, I'm just gonna do my normal teams here. I'm gonna have a look at the next refresh list to show you like another team that I think you can do if or like an alternative to just cleaving everything like this, right? Just that these two teams don't really suit what I'm trying to show, what I want to show. But we'll see when we get there. We're going to try to do first skill on damn it, I didn't do the buff removal. So yeah, the Peace Armor's first skill has a chance to buff remove, but it's not that reliable. But at least I killed the two defense broken guys. It just would have been awkward if they didn't die. Actually, I can just order from here. But if I removed the Will Rune, then I could have reset with Zyros, and therefore the Villager wouldn't do Sanctuary. Just because Sanctuary, it just makes it a bit more annoying to kill them afterwards. I mean, I'll kill them eventually. Rahul. Okay, just keep in mind, something to keep in mind about Bastet. I think a lot of people actually get baited by Bastet because they keep thinking that of the old way Bastet used to be, right? So the old way Bastet used to be was her third skill, instead of increasing attack bar and whatever, she did like a 2-turn taunt, self buff, shield, and immunity, right, for 2 turns. It's a complete change, and because of that, the way that people build Bastet is completely different to what they used to. So normally before, you would not worry about a Bastet because you know she's not going to be very fast, right? But now, because of she's an attack bar buffer, she can be used, you know, like on a swift set to move as soon as possible, right? So just don't get baited by that. Alright, that's why I'm using Bernard as my lead, or as my attack bar booster, just so that to make sure I get my first turn. Just because my arena offenses generally rely on me. Well, I built it around going first, right? If I go second, I mean, there's only one team that really would go second, and that's the team with Aquila instead of Bernard. But that's only used against very certain, very niche comps. This team that I'm using right now is probably my most highly used offense. But of course, everyone has different offenses, so you know, don't worry if you don't have these units. Alright, now I'm going to look for a team that I can use. The team that I was, well, like the one other team that I wanted to show. Just let me have a look. Actually, this team I think I can do. So this team is the single target team, right? So instead of cleaving, you just go for single target burst to snipe 2 units. And this team generally has very tanky units. Like for example, you wouldn't really want to double illusion this because one, there's a Monkey King there, the Fire Monkey. If he's tanky enough to survive, like he can potentially solo illusions because he even has self healing, and he's got stuns. He gets a lot of he'll get a lot of stacks on his passive as well with illusions because the amp is multi-hit. And what else is there? There's also Praha, which might cut in with double nemesis if she's built that way. And even like segment is an additional fire unit that you have to worry about. You know, if she survives double illusion, and then cleaving wise, I mean you can cleave it. It depends on how many will runes he would have. If you don't have a buff stripper in your AO, if you have a buff stripper in your AO, I guess that would depend on like whether anything on this team will cut in. So for example, if you're running a Tiana team, you have to work out whether that segment is faster than your Tiana, right? Because if you reset your Tiana, it's a bit awkward, especially when there's a Wusa there to buff immunity and shield as well, right? And yeah, I guess also like whatever she resets, because if you're giving them the first turn, she can reset one unit, right? And that might break your combo. So anyway, I'm gonna do this because I want to use Bernard to outspeed. Wusa could be faster, but I'm pretty sure Bernard will be faster. Okay. Now with single target, this team is really good against and like really tanky teams like Rena store defenses, some Beast Mount comps, right? So what I normally do is I use Lightning Nova on things like Rena or like a Camilla that I think might not be a tank Miller, right? And to work out whether it's a tank Miller, you have to. It depends on the team composition, right? Does it look like it's trying to really stall you out? Like you have to ask yourself that question, right? If it's trying to stall you out, then it's probably a tank Miller. But if it's like running things like just soon heal and attack buff, it's running Veromos to cut in. Maybe it's running a Bernard or something like that to give you speed. It's probably unlikely that it's a tank Miller, right? In that scenario. But if it's with units like Beast Monks, Praha, Sekhmet, the Archangels, that sort of thing, then it might be a tank Miller. In that case, I probably wouldn't go for the Camilla. I'd go for something else. It depends what's defense broken though. Okay. Also, people say I think there's a bit of argument whether Wusa got buffed or not with that change on his second skill. To me, I feel he's less dangerous with his second skill. He is better in that he's better as a support because he's healing as well. But the way his old second skill was a lot more threatening because you might do like really good damage to him but not kill him, and then he'll basically return fire with the second skill and one shot someone, right? Because it was similar to like say clean shot on Ramagos. But now it's like it's a lot weaker because it's scaling off his max HP instead of HP lost. And yeah, but I guess it does heal, so in a way it's better, but at the same time it's also worse. It's a very odd unit now. But he's still really good for his third skill at least, right? That's probably his main selling point. Alright, so let's do the wish while I'm here. Oh, please not wings, please not wings. I do not want wings. It's wings. Damn it. I'm gonna do this later. The video is already run long enough, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.